You know, I think you should slow your roll there a little bit. I mean, you've just had me tied up here while you've droned on and on and on about your nemesis. Why are you so obsessed with him anyway? Like, I know you're supposed to be obsessed with him because he's your nemesis. But why are you actually obsessed? What am I talking about? You spent like 5 minutes talking about his perfect looks. Or however you put that. 5 whole minutes on just how he looks. Oh no. Don't try to say that had anything to do with how much you despise your nemesis. What do I look like, some kind of fool? Oh, you do despise him? Do you? And that's why you spent those 5 minutes talking about just how beautiful their eyes are. Yeah, I'm not buying it. Because you spent about 20 minutes talking about how guilty you felt that time you made that ray gun or whatever it was that made people turn against him. I mean, if you really hated someone that much, would you really feel guilty about getting random citizens to do your dirty work for you? Oh, if you don't keep your mouth shut, I'll make sure you can never speak again. And after I was nice enough to listen to your extremely long spiel about this nemesis of yours, you wound me. Oh, so now I'm annoying to you. Well then, maybe you should just let me go about my day in peace. Maybe you can do something else with your time while you're at it. You know, instead of taking people off the street and keeping them tied to a chair while you vent about your feelings. You know, they have people for this. It's called a therapist. I'm not licensed to be one. It's probably not in your best interest to tell these things to me. What? How long has it been? I think it's been 2 hours. Okay, maybe almost 2 hours. I could tell you if I could look at my watch. Why do you ask? He normally gets onto the scene within 15 minutes? I mean, I didn't realize you counted the minutes like that. Kind of proves the whole point about being obsessed, but you know. Whoa, you do not need to get up in my face like this. Haven't you heard of personal space? You can repeat it as much as you want, but you can't fool me. You're obsessed on a whole different level compared to other villains. And that's counting the very, very public affair of Miss Spectre and Electrique. I mean, I'm not sure if you've ever seen the video footage of those two, but even without the sound on, you can totally tell that they're hardcore flirting with each other. Yeah, I'm sorry. Did you just say that's what you want? You, the villain who commanded an army of literal pests to destroy an entire city? Did you have to get pest control when you got irritated with a bunch of roaches that were hiding away in your pantry? Oh, because they weren't doing your bidding? Sure, that's the explanation we're going with? Oh, I'll keep reminding you about your past failures, alright. I've spent long enough listening to you talk about your precious nemesis that... Okay, look me in the eye and tell me that you don't fantasize about him. You can't, can you? I don't even need to be able to read your mind to know that. It's written all over your face. Oh, this is good. This is very good. You're letting it out. So, tell me about your mother. Oh, wait, that's the therapist thing. We did that, didn't we? Huh. What was the point of all this anyway? No, not me, you. Like, what did you expect to accomplish with all of this? That you'd just be able to just, what? Sweep them off their feet with all of this? I mean, you did take a hostage. I think that would be more confusing than anything, really. I mean, if you had a secret you really wanted to tell him, wouldn't it have made much more sense to write a letter? Schedule a meeting? I know. Make a big old light and put his symbol on it and shine it out in the sky. Yes, I'm being a dick. I know. Besides, didn't you say that your nemesis normally shows up really quickly? So isn't it a little strange that he doesn't show up for so long? And since that's the case, is there even still a reason to keep me here? I hate to break it to you, but I don't think that he's gonna be heading over here anytime soon. Maybe he's gotten himself tied up with something. I mean, I don't know that's your nemesis and all, but you aren't the only criminal in the city. You know that, right? Just like any other big city, we've got a lot of petty crime around here. How exactly were you going to keep him here once he showed up anyway? Rope? Really? Nothing special or extravagant or whatever? I don't think giving someone rope burn is the best way to tell them that your feelings for them are genuine. I mean, I guess it could get his attention. He might be into it. All I'm saying is there are other ways. I mean, you've even started giving me ideas since you've had me restrained for so long. If I didn't know any better, I'd really think you really, really enjoyed this sort of stuff. Well, you know, hey, I'm not shaming you. It's your thing. Oh, come on. I've been tied up for 2 hours. You've been happy as a clam. Well, with your weird compulsion and this marionette stuff what, minion things? Finally! I thought you'd never let me out of these. Come here. Leave? Are you sure you want me to leave? Because I won't lie to you, I kind of thought this had something, between us for a minute there. Okay, fine, I'll leave. But don't expect to see that nemesis of yours again once I do. You know, for a person who works so much with the mind, I'm really surprised you haven't figured this out. You're finally catching on. The reason your nemesis didn't show up is because you already caught me. You look surprised. I figured you would be. But, I mean, it's kind of funny, Out of all the civilians you could have taken off the streets, you took me. Oh, come on, I had to stay in character. My secret identity's kind of a dick. I do that to repel people from getting close to me. Alright, look. I'm sorry if I embarrassed you by not saying anything. I mean, you were really in the zone there. It was nice to see you all excited for once. And instead of being murderous and hellbent on world domination. Makes you look almost like an ordinary person. Almost. What do you mean, so? So what, exactly? How do I feel? I feel, about all of that, you mean? Well, if I'm being honest, I never expected that you would have feelings like that for me. I figured our relationship was purely professional. If you want it to be less professional, well, I mean, we could. Yes, I would like that a lot. Actually, I've been feeling a similar way towards you lately. The rope kind of helped, and what? Nothing. You know, you could have done this on a day that wasn't one of the few days I don't have to fight crime. Wait, are you actually sorry? Or are you just saying that? Don't worry about it. This isn't my choice for a first date, but I kinda liked it. Oh, now we don't want to call this a first date. Why not? Isn't that exactly what this is? Well, how is it not? I mean, now you know what I look like out of my costume. And I think that's about as intimate as a first date could get. But if you really want a do-over, you're gonna have to do things the right way. So, what do you say? How badly you want it? Okay, it's settled. I believe that makes us a couple. And in that case, I think you need to get changed. For what? For our date, of course. Yes, I want to go on one right now. I want to go on a date with my wonderful, if not slightly obsessive, new partner. Now, go get changed. Go get changed. I'll be right here when you come back. No, I will not tie myself up.